Elon Musk is put in there by name. When I say by name, they call them that all the states that the federal government requires states to open their voter files to the DOGE Administrator. Now, what is the name of the DOGE Administrator? It's Elon Musk, and I haven't seen any paper report this. The DOGE Administrator is Elon Musk. Why does he need the voter files? What does that have to do with government efficiency? It is a guy, a database guy who's going to get all our private voter files. And that includes your socials. In a lot of states, it's the last four of your social. You have your phone numbers, which are otherwise private, etc. Now, your name and address and birthday, those are public records. But so why does Musk need this? This guy's a government agent who now has access to our voter rolls.
Richest man in the world.
The richest man in the world who's getting your voter files. And he's going to start challenging you from voting if your name is Hernandez or Jackson or Johnson. I've seen this, and there's another provision in there that really scares me that we haven't even talked about and no one's talked about. Like, what is Elon going to do with these voter rolls? So let me explain. There was a system. The guy who came up with this whole business of the illegal alien voters, Chris Kobach of Kansas. So he had a system that I investigated for Rolling Stone and Al Jazeera. And by the way, I won the International Data Journalist Award for this. A system called Interstate Crosscheck. Now, what does that mean? What they were doing is they're taking voter files. The GOP officials in different states were taking voter files and seeing if they cross-checked the voter files to see if people were registered in two states. Well, you can't vote or register in two states. But if your name is Luis Garcia, they're going to say Luis Garcia votes in Arizona, and there's a Luis Garcia registered in Atlanta. There is a Jesse Jackson registered in Chicago and a Jesse Jackson registered in Mississippi. And so what they did is that they would take both Jesse Jacksons, every Luis Garcia, and they'd knock them off the voter rolls. And the result was nearly 1 million voters in 2016 were knocked off the voter rolls on the grounds that they were registered in two states. And by the way, this is how Donald Trump won the election. If those who've seen my film, again, you get that for free also at gregpals.com.
Gotta check that out.
Vigilantes Inc. And there's also the Best Democracy Money Can Buy. So they're bringing back the whole point of getting to the voter files. They have said explicitly in this executive order that they're going to check, that Musk will be checking the files between states to see if people are registered in two states, and then they'll knock off their votes. We did this before, and I asked Chris Kobach. He identified 3 million Americans as being double voters. And I said, here's the list. I got a hold of their list of 3 million because I did some investigative work. You can see from my hat, I'm an investigative reporter. And so I said, here's your list. Would you please show me out of the 3 million people, could you show me 3 people who've actually voted twice? Show me the 3 million people in this list who voted twice. By the way, they had Jesse Lewis Jackson and Jesse Arnold Jackson were supposed to be the same voter. This is what Musk wants his hands on the voter files to do, is to figure out how to get your name off. You're on a list of aliens being deported. Oh, you've been registered in another state. Oh, you've already voted, because it says Willie Nelson has already voted. By the way, that's a true example. I spoke with Willie about this. Willie was tagged as a double voter, and he was matched with a woman named Willie Nelson. And I'm not kidding. And so this is the games that they're going to play. This is what's destructive, and this is what we have to overturn now.